Shalom. Before I get started, I'll start by saying, Call Halayim Ma Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem HaKakodash. Double honors to my apostle elders, a great millstone, that taught me this truth and they rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect out there, laboring on and believing in the name of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem HaKakodash. To USA, Shalom. This is Brother Amaran from the GMS Charlotte camp with another lesson through the spinning power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem HaKakodash. In this lesson, I don't really have a title for it, but pretty much I just want to go into, how these older jakes out here, pretty much they left us to die, man. Because a lot of these jakes out here, that have been in the world, lived their life, pretty much in Babylon, man. They feel like, us brothers that's out on the corners, man, on the highways and byways, that we can't inform them, that we don't have the knowledge to be able to teach them anything, man. And that's that pride that has been embodied in them, through meaningless years of living. These people, have lived their life and pretty much learned what they learned throughout the world, and think that they have the answers, to everything. When in actuality, man, they don't have any knowledge, wisdom, or understanding of nothing, man. These same men out here, that done walked with Martin Luther King, that done studied Malcolm X, that done did all this research to try to find the answers to life in their eyes, man. They think that knowledge is going to prepare them for the time that we're in, man. That's going to, but in all actuality, man, that's actually, going to help seal your destruction, man, because you refuse to hearken to the words of the Lord, man. The true knowledge, wisdom, understanding, man. Okay, not knowing the reason why we're put in this situation and why things in the world are going on like they're going on, man. All right, but us, at here at Great Millstone, and brothers that's teaching, in the name of Yahweh Shemel Shah, we have the answers to everything, the question that always been asked, and we answer them, man. And the main reason why everything is like this now, because first and foremost, we fell away from our heritage, man. All right, and I'm gonna get that, because that's the reason why we're in the state that we're in now, man. Okay, this is Jeremiah 17:4. It says, "And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever." And that's the reason why our people are the only people on the earth, so-called Negro Latino Native Americans, that don't have pretty much a history to call our own, man. All right, because the history that our people claim to, and we claim to when we was in the world, man, pretty much that we were slaves that were brought over here to America to build up this country, and then we were emancipated. We were let go off the plantation, and pretty much now we're free, trying to fight for the American dream alongside your fellow white man, which is all total BS, man. Because America was made to be our captivity, man. That's why we were brought over here in slavery, man. But nobody knows the answers to why this happened to our people. Why are we the only people on the earth that don't have a God to call our own, man? You know, because Jesus, that other white meat, man. That's the so-called white man. That's his religion, man. The Chinese, they have Buddha. African have all them different gods, man. So all these different religions, come from these different nations, man. You know, but Jake, we don't have nothing to call our own. Why that? Why is that? Because we fell away from our heritage is, which is this Bible, man. All right, because Christianity, that's not what the Bible teaches, man. Christianity was made up by so-called white men to enslave our people. So we'll read it again, Jeremiah 17:4. "And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage which I gave thee, and shall cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not." And that's why we're over here in America. We were given a culture. We were had our own nationality beat out of us, as you saw in the movie Roots, man, with Kunta Kinte. They beat the heritage out of Kunta, and told him, hey, your name is Toby. And you're gonna do, what we command you to do, man. And we were given that plantation Christianity, man. To separate us from our power, man. All right. And so that's the reason why we don't know who we are as a people, man. Because we sin against the Most High, and the Lord allowed our enemies, which is the so-called white man, the main one, along with the other nations' help, you know. But they came and stripped us of our nationality, and put us in the land that we don't know, and have us serving gods that we don't know, man. All because we sin against the Heavenly Father and the Son, man. All right. But we have these people out here walking in darkness, man, because now our people trying to find ourselves, we're trying to, find our way. We turn to every anything, that seemed that was the path, man. All right. Jake cling to Christianity. Jake, they go to Islam, man. You got, Jake that's Buddhist, go into Egyptology, it's all these different doctrines and belief, man. Thinking that's the way, that's the answer, that's the truth, man. Or I know I'm a Moor, or I'm a Asiatic black man, or I'm a Aztec Mayan, I'm a Native American. All these different titles, man. Except for who you truly are, man. But that shows our people, that they're in darkness, man. Okay, Isaiah 59:9. It says, "Therefore is judgment far from us, neither doeth justice overtake us. We wait for light, but behold obscurity. For brightness, we walk in darkness." And that's how our people, they walk, man. Because judgment is far from us, man. Yeah, that mercy from the Lord, our people, are looking for that, but we haven't received that, man. That's why everything that happens to us, man, it feels like, that there's no justice for us, man. All right, it says that we walk for light. It's like we wait for light, but behold obscurity. For brightness, we walk in darkness, man. And that's our people to a T, man. They walk in darkness, man. It says we grope for the wall like the blind, and we grope as if we had no eyes. We stumble at noonday as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men, and that's our people to a T, man. They walking in total darkness, like how it is when you cut the light off in your house, man, trying to feel through the darkness to try to see, where you're going, man. And that's our people, man. Walking through the valley of the shadow of death, man. America in total darkness, man. Not having any light, not knowing who they are, man. Because it says that we are in desolate places as dead men, right? And that's America to a T, man. You know, the valley of the dry bones, man. Our people are the walking dead, man. As it tells you in Revelation 11, those dead bodies that you see lying in the street, man. Because they don't have the truth, man. All right. Without this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, you are dead. And the proof of that, I always bring this out, man. Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead, man. All right. And that's what happens to our people when we don't have this knowledge, wisdom, understanding within us, man. All right. Because without you calling on your power, which is Yahweh Shemal Shah, knowing that who you are as a people, that you're an Israelite, man. If your line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you know, ultimately through the 12 tribes, man. Whatever tribe you hail from, you know, if you don't have that knowledge, you don't have that history to cling to know where you come from, man. All right, you are in the congregation of the dead, man. Okay, and with you not knowing that, that's why people are in darkness, man. This is Ecclesiastes 42:8, because when it comes to dealing with our people in the world, man. Especially the older Jake, man. You got these men out here that done live their lives, man, and they come across us on the highways and byways, and they hear the word, and they want to contend against us because they try to use their age as a reason to why we can't tell them nothing, man. All right, this is the scripture to go into that, man. Of Sirach 42:8. Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish, and the extreme age that contend with those that are young. Thus shalt thou be truly learned and approved of all men living. Right? We're not supposed to be ashamed, to inform the unwise and foolish, man. That's anybody, that doesn't know the truth, man. Mainly talking about our people, man, and especially of the extremely aged, man. Because you older niggas, really, your job was to teach us in this truth, to bring us up in this truth, because the scriptures tell you that you're supposed to train up a child in the way that he should go, man. And the way that you're supposed to train your child up is in the scriptures, man. All right, just like how it was in the ancient world, man. Okay, because how we were brought up in the ancient world, man, is that the man, his household, they served the Lord, man, your whole house, we served the Lord, man. We were instructed how to serve the Lord the correct way, man. You know, and so with doing that, it says with those that are young, it's like I already know, be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish, and the extreme age that contendeth with those that are young. Thus shalt thou be truly learned and approved of all men. Because hey, you can't contend with the man of the Lord, man. Because hey, we have put in diligent time effort and research, ultimately through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah, to give you this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. And everything that we say, we feel through the scriptures, man. And through us doing that, we're able to dispel and cast down any, anybody that comes with any false doctrine, or false way of life, man. Because the scriptures cut everything, man. And so it says that thou shalt be truly learned and approved of all men living, and that's exactly what is being seen, man. Because anybody that try to comes up against the spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shah is to be shown to be in error, man. And the truth stands firm, and it has stood firm through anything that's came up against it, man. Showing you the power of Yahweh Shemal Shah, man. You know. But as far as these old men out here, man, all right, you have dropped the ball, man, because you have set up these future generations that you see all the way to Generation Z, which we're living in now, man. They are a byproduct of throughness, man. Because going back to the civil rights era, the Back to Africa movement, man, the Nation of Islam, through all these different things that Jake has came and went with, man. The Black Panthers, the Blood and Crips, everything that our people have tried to do to try to take a stand against Esau and his system, has failed and been destroyed. And Esau has further, corrupted our people through, the war on drugs, man. The gentrification, man, the redlining, all these different things that Esau has put on our people to destroy us, man. It's because our people were not informed of the spirit, which like I say, it's all written to be like this anyway. But just showing you that when it comes to trying to tell our people, man, they have so much pride, and that pride really comes from them, having this worldly knowledge, not knowing that the Yahweh Shem Shad, his knowledge it reigns above all that, man, because the worldly knowledge is foolish to the Most High, like it tells you in 1 Corinthians, man. Okay. But this is Job 32:8. That's like 32:9. It says, "Great men are not always wise, neither do the aged men understand judgment." Right? Because when it comes to dealing with these older jakes out here, man, just because you're up in age, man, doesn't guarantee that you are wise, man. All right. You got these people that have lived through all these different events in history, you know, and they'll come and share their knowledge with you. But ultimately, man, that does nothing to benefit us according to what's coming now, man. None of these people have the answer to why things are like it is and why are things headed like it is, man, and how to protect yourself from the incoming judgment the Lord's about to bring, man. Okay, but it says the great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment, man, because they don't understand why things are going like this, man. Okay, and you using your age as a reason, while we can't teach you nothing, man. Okay, that's showing pride, man. All right, Sirach 4:8. For honorable age is not that which standeth in length of time, or that is measured in the number of years, man. Right. So just because you've been on the earth, you know, 50, 60, 70, 80 years, man, that doesn't mean that you're wise and honorable, man. All right, because ultimately you've been on the earth this long, and you pretty much don't know a thing about nothing, man. You've been on the earth in your 50s, 60s, 70s, and on up, man. You know, and you still don't know your how about Shem Shai. You don't know that you're an Israelite. You know, you don't know about the mark of the beast. You don't know that it's an economic collapse coming, man. You don't know nothing that Yahweh Shem Shai has prophesied about, man. But yeah, you claim to be wise because you lived through so-called significant events and Black history, man, which it has not done anything profitable for our people, because our people are in the same, or if not worse state than we was back then, man. Because ultimately, when you see the different stages of history with our people, man, our people has regressed every generation, man. All right, because you look back on them Jakes back in the 60s and 70s, man. Hey, they were on a way higher level than our people are now, man. They knew who somewhat of they were, man. As far as they had some type of decorum for themselves, man. They carry themselves in a still in a, I can say a king like manner, but they have respect for themselves, man. And ultimately they knew who the devil was, man. But you look at these people out here now, man, and they're just through, man. You know, so because you live this long life, that does not give you any credit for nothing, man. All right, and to show you the true power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, if a brother or a sister that's up in age to come into this truth, man, hey, that's an honor up until to them to be able to get this truth at an older age, man, because that shows you that Yahweh Shemel Shah is dealing, and he's not that he's not limited to just dealing with young men. Everybody to Yahweh Shema Shai chooses to get this truth will get this truth no matter how old they are, man, no matter how young they are, man. But that shows the power of Yahweh Shema Shai, but they have to be humble for that, man. All right. And the perfect example you got for that humility, that honor that honorable, elderly is our elders apostles of Great Millstone, man. Because our teachers have been laboring from their youth up until that to their ages, man. Where you could actually go back and look, the them older videos where they had the black hair still, man. And our elders have labored to hey they got all grades now, man. They've put in the work, to earn that honor, man, to earn that respect, man, and that wisdom it flows through them. You can see it, man. And if you actually have the opportunity to meet them and converse with them, you can see the humility and the wisdom that comes from them, man. But that's only if you are brought up in this truth, man. Because like I said, the ones that's in this world, man, they don't have a clue, about anything, man. All right, that's why the Lord He said this, man. This is start up at the top, Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the year it's like the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." And that's what our elders and apostles have done, man. Because like I said, they labored from their youth, you know, coming and serving Yahweh Shemal Shah when the evil days wouldn't even imagine back whenever they was out there teaching, man. Because when they started, man, technology was nowhere near like how it is now, man. So when you hear them bring out the prophecies about the mark of the beast, man, all right, you have a lot of scoffers and unbelievers, pretty much making fun of that, man, because they couldn't see that happening, man. They couldn't see World War III, taking place, man. But like I said, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shah, man, hey, those men continue to be diligent, you know, and went about it the right way, which is deciphering through the scriptures and continue to prove prophecy through the scriptures, man. But like I said, versus these old niggas in the world, man, these old lions, man, you know, they couldn't tell you a thing, man. The simplest thing of what are we put here for, man? They'll give you all these different answers in the world, man, except for what? Knowing the true goal of what our purpose is to be is to be an Israelite and follow the laws of the Most High, man. But they'll tell you about how they, went from being a Christian to then I went to Islam, and then I went into the Moors. Then they go into all these big spell about all these different things to lead them to the point of knowing that they don't know shit, man. Because all that does not do anything for you in the times we in now, man. So the only thing that's going to be able to benefit you is these scripts, man. All right. And this is Ecclesiastes 12:12. It says, "And further by these, my son, be admonished, for making of many books there is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh," man. Because you go into all these different books, philosophies, and doctrines, man. It's not doing a lick for you, man. Because in the end, none of these different books or religions or whatever is preparing you for what's about to happen, man. What's taking place right now, man. You know. So you doing all this researching and reading, it's not doing nothing but making your flesh weary, man. And ultimately, that's the Lord, pretty much not letting you get this truth, man. All right, because you doing all this research, doing all this running from this to that. Ultimately, it's because the Lord doesn't want you, man. All right, this is real quick, 2 Timothy 3 and 7. For it says, forever learning and never able to come into the knowledge of the truth. In fact, I'm starting at 1. That's like verse 7. It says, forever learning and never be able to come to the knowledge of the truth. And that's exactly what's happened to these people, man. Okay, the elderly, niggas of the world, man. They're forever learning. Like I said, they can give you about their adventures through all these different beliefs, but then still can't to this day tell you what your purpose is to be on this earth, man. Why are we in this? Why are we in this situation that we're in now, man? Why are we the most hated people on the earth? You know, why are we cursed as a people? You know, but in the end, this is just it, man. This is why you have to humble yourself down and learn from scratch, man. Because this is the conclusion of everything, man. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man, and that's exactly what our purpose is, man. Is to fear the Most High and keep His commandments. And if we do that, you know, we will have salvation, man. And if we would have did that from the beginning, we wouldn't even be in captivity. But like I said, everything is written and taking place because Yahweh Shemal Shah, he had the script for the whole movie of it. This is all his movie, man. So it was prophesied that we were gonna go through this, man. But in the end, is the big lesson of it all, man, is that we have to keep the Lord's commandment and we have to fear the Lord, man. Okay, that's our whole duty on the earth, man. Not to be the first black men in the military, man, or to be the first whatever, because Jake got all these aspirations to be like the so-called white man in his system, but in all actuality, none of that matters because this world is gonna be wiped away anyway, man. So you did all these endeavors in vain, man. Okay, so knowing that you have to come fully in this truth, and if they're trying to come at you with these different ways of life, man, telling you, well the Bible, it's a white man's book. There's nothing beneficial about that book for us, man. Or you know that the Quran says this, or the Egyptology says in the end, man. If they don't have this truth, man, all right, you need to stay away from it, man. Because like I said, none of that other worldly information is gonna do any lick of profit for you in the days that we're in now, man. All right. This is Isaiah 8:20. It says, "To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them." And that's our people. That's 2/3 of our people, man. All right. If they're not speaking to the scriptures, they're not bringing out these scriptures in full, in the entirety of it, man. You know, it's because there is no light in them, man. All right. The Lord did not want them to get this truth, and He did not want them to understand this truth, man. All right. So they're back in they're still in darkness, like I started the lesson with, man. All right, and that's 2/3 to the T, man. Because the Lord didn't want everybody to get this knowledge, man. Because ultimately, this pride amongst our people, man, is at an all-time high to where they feel that they can't be taught nothing, man. All right, they come up, they want to teach you, man, because they think they got it all, man. Because they didn't done all this illustrious research, they went to these colleges, they done whatever the hell they think they did to put in work in to to pretty much try to teach you, man. But they don't know nothing, man. You know, that's why the humility is a major part of this thing, man. But as far as these niggas that live their life, man, hey, you gotta let them just go ahead and just walk up the street or go about their day, man, because they're not gonna get it, no matter how much you try to make them understand it, man. That if they can't get it, they can't get it, man. All right. Matthew 9:17. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles. All right, and that wine is talking about this knowledge and understanding, man. All right, and the old bottles is talking about these 2/3, man. Mainly the elderly, man. Okay, it says else the bottles break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottles perish. But they that put new wine into new bottles, and both are preserved. Right. So if you're trying to put new wine into these old bottles, man, all right, they're not gonna be able to hold that, man, because when you actually when you actually try to do that physically, man, all right, that wine will burst the bottle, man. You know, that new wine will burst that old wine bottle, man, and that's symbolic of 2/3, man, because they'll try to, you know, try to intake this knowledge, man. But the scriptures refer to them as a broken cistern, man. that wine's gonna seep out of them because it can't stay in there, man. But it says, but if you put the new wine into new bottles, man, that you put this knowledge into that renewed mind, man, that which is you being reborn again, man. It says both will be preserved, man. But then, and that's what is a must to happen, man. Is you have to be humbled. You have to humble yourself down, and ultimately, you know, learn this thing as a little child, man. Because you're not gonna be able to combine this wisdom, knowledge, understanding with the knowledge that you've learned in this world, man. Because the knowledge you learn in this world, it's not true knowledge, man. Because the truth of Yahweh Shema Shai is the greatest knowledge on the earth, and it surpasses everything, man. You know, so if you're gonna come into this thing and get this word, man, you have to fully let go of everything you learn in the world, man. Okay, this is Jeremiah 6:16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old path, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein, and that's 2/3, man. Okay, because in the end, they don't want to look back to the old ways, man. Which is the old ways talking about the scriptures, man. Because if you actually have any type of wisdom about you, and when you research our ancient ways, man, you will see the benefits of everything that what we did, man. And the ultimate benefit is you see that when we obeyed Yahweh Shema Shai, man, our people greatly benefited from that, man. Okay, but as far as the 2/3, man, they don't want to take part in that because ultimately, man, they hate Yahweh Shema Shai and his ways, man. But they don't want that rest ultimately, man. But it says, standing ye in the ways and say, so I can see and ask for the old paths, for where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. And that's exactly what happened with us, man. All right, we came back into this truth, and we found rest for our souls, man. All right, but 2/3 they don't want to walk therein, man, because they don't see any profit in this, because they don't want to renew their ways. They don't want to, put away the knowledge they learned in the world, man. All right, they think that that has given them something of profit, which carnally in this world they pay you. They I don't say pay you, but they benefit you to be ignorant, man. Okay, yeah, you were praised for being a fool in America, man. All you gotta do is go on your Instagram, your Twitter, World Star, and you see to be a fool in America, it's that gets you fame, money, and different accolades, man. All right, but when you come and renew your mind and come into this truth, man. All right, you become a fool to the world, but you are wise in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. All right, this is First Peter chapter 2 verse 1. It says, wherefore laying aside all malice and guile and hypocrisy and envies and all evil speaking, which is all the things of this world, man, as newborn babes desiring the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow here thereby. And that's exactly what you have to do, which is renew your mind. Take just like how when a child, you know his mind so like it is like a sponge, man, just soaking up everything that he's learning, man. That's how you have to do your mind, man. Make your mind as a little child again, as a newborn babe, and desire that sincere milk, which the milk is the basic of the scriptures, man. You have to start with the milk before you can go into the heavy meat of the scriptures, man. All right, that's how you get built up. It's like how a baby gets built up out of milk, and then it graduates to the meat, man. That's how your spirit must be, man. Your mind must be reborn, man. Okay, this is Matthew 18:1. At that same time came the disciples unto Yahushua, saying, who was the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Yahushua called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right, and that's exactly the main point that I've been trying to portray throughout this whole lesson, man. That except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. You have to renew your mind, man, because the knowledge of this world does not profit you any. especially in the times that we're coming into, man. Okay, so you have to become as little children again, man, and learn this truth from the start, man, from the very beginning, man. The milk, the basics, man. All right, and it says that you shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven if you don't do that, man. Okay, because that pride, man, is going to get a lot of people destroyed because they don't want to humble themselves, man. Which goes into verse 4. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And all brothers that came into this thing, man, we had to go through that stage, where we had to get built up, man, because we didn't know anything, man. We came across the videos, we came to the camps, and we just had notebooks full of notes, man. Just, oh, I've never heard this before, and you go research and you go look it up, and you see that everything that's being told you is true, man, and ultimately it's confirming the faith in Yahweh Shema Shai, and that's how you grow in the spirit, man. It says, and whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me, and that's exactly you know how it goes as far as when the believers wake up, man. And you receive one as a little child, man, in the Lord's name, and you receive Yahweh Shah, man. That's how Yahweh Shah comes and sups with you, is when you humble yourself down and you actively allow the Lord to pretty much reshape your mind, man. All right, the world calls it brainwashing, but ultimately, hey, the world, like Apostle Gabar said, man, hey, people of the world are brain dirty, man. So the Lord has to wash all that filth off of you so that you can get the real knowledge and understanding, man. All right, but that's not gonna happen if you don't humble yourself down, man. Like I said, man, 2/3 of our people, especially the older generation, man, they refuse to humble themselves, man. So that's why the Lord's gonna destroy them. So with that being said, man, hey, the humility is a major part of this truth, man. All right, so we all have to continue to practice that, man. All right, so with that being said, I pray this is edifying. Until next time, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Dash, double honor to my apostle, other great minister of the time of the truth and the rule well. Peace,